Welcome back to the Teachers Off Duty podcast. My name is Mr. Williams, or you can call me Tell Williams, whatever you want. And it's what's my at? Mr. Williams pre-K.
Mr. Williams Spreck.
It's Mr. We're tired. I'm gonna hand off to Lauren so I can stop talking.
I'm Lauren Woolley, Mrs. Woolley in Fifth on all social medias, and today we are back with our special guest host, Eddie B.
Give us those socials.
He's like, hi.
I'm Eddie B at Eddie B Comedy. You know it.
What platforms do you use?
All of them.
All of them?
Instagram, Facebook. It's something else on TikTok. I'm the real Eddie B Comedy. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I was the regular Eddie B Comedy. I didn't know I did a TikTok before.
Stop.
And I did never
So you
used
forgot
it.
you had an account?
Yes, I had to make. And by the time I did the real Eddie B Comedy, it already had a lot of followers. So I just stayed there. So I got both of them.
Okay, that's funny. So yeah, that's security then. You don't have to worry about
that could be
stealing
like
it.
your spam account.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you could post like your stuff on the real Eddie B, and then on Eddie B, like you can just post like whatever videos, and people get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
I
Thank
kind of
you.
want to start a spam account and
Yeah,
just
I'd
for
make one.
funsies.
I think
I
it's
know
fun.
you did. You got like 200,000 followers overnight.
I'm truly blessed.
Yes.
Just like living the dream.
Yeah,
I just want to start one and like let it loose and see who
That's what I
finds
did.
it.
I thought it was
let
fun.
it loose.
Let it loose.
Do that with your other account, and then we'll see. It'll
I'm
be like
thinking about doing it.
yeah, we'll see if we can find you. We'll see if
Wow.
if it's meant to be. If it's serendipitous, we'll find you.
If it's serendipitous,
We'll get the things.
you know I like that.
So today we are going to be talking about something that I'm sure everyone who is a teacher or has been a teacher or has been in the education field in general can relate to, and that is things that waste teachers' time.
Yeah.
There are so many of them.
Clocking in.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
god. Like the one, and I know it's like some things that waste teachers' times. Like I think there are things that you have to do, but like you don't want to do them. Like okay, attendance. Like you were talking about attendance earlier.
Like, yes, you have to take attendance, right? You have to know what kids are there. But what we had to do at Head Start is you had an hour from the time the kids got there. You had 1 hour to find out where the child was, and you had to have like it was called. I'm not kidding.
Did you have like a PI that went to go and hunt these children down?
Right.
Like what did you do?
The teacher. So like the kids are coming in. They have to. My schedules. They walked in. They put their stuff down. We went to breakfast. They went outside, and we came back in. By that time, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
So while they're like. And you have to like be involved and we had to eat breakfast with them, but you also have to like play recess with them. And in that time, I had to find out where 6 of my students were, and it was an attendance justification form.
Oh my gosh.
So you wrote down, Barbara's out. This is the reason she's out. This is the time I called and got contact with the parent. And
So
we had
not
an
only
hour.
did you have to find out where these kids were, but you had to fill out
A
forms for each
justification
kid.
form, sick, doctor's appointment, out, on vacation, you had to put it on the form, and you had to submit that every day.
Negative.
Oh my god.
Psych.
That's like okay, like I'll take attendance, and then like there are some days I just straight up forget, and the office will call me in the middle of class, and then I'll have to like stop what I'm doing and get
You
up
got to
and
do
go.
that.
Yeah.
You broke the law.
Yeah, right.
You broke the law.
I didn't fill out my attendance justification forms that day.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oops.
We didn't do that. All we had was just, they weren't there, and you send a runner. You do attendance on the little whatever.
Progress book.
Yeah, whatever it was, probably different. And
Okay.
then you'll send a runner to take the physical attendance down to the office. Y'all don't have that?
We didn't have electric. Everything was a physical copy. We did not have any electric attendance.
Yeah, so we had both, and a lot of times it wouldn't work anyway. You know how working at a public school,
Yeah.
something not gonna work. And had to send it down. So attendance is really, they should do that.
Students.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta do that. You know who came to this school?
An attendance
okay,
taker.
Okay, so my school's doing something really cool. I'm actually excited for. So, right now I take attendance, and then I also have to do breakfast count. So like the kids will go out in the hall, they'll get a bagged breakfast. They come in the room, they sit down, they eat their breakfast, and I have a list of all the kids. And like because I forget what the program is, but for our school's cafeteria, they have to make they have to count how many kids
Who
eat
gonna
lunch,
regular
how many kids
lunch,
eat
you gotta
breakfast.
pay for it. I got you.
Right.
Is it-
So I have a form that I have to just go in and check off, like, did you eat breakfast? Did you eat
Yes.
breakfast? And then
you have to, and then
I
you
have to send it up to the office each day. So I forget to do that. But like this year, our school is implementing like badges for every single student. So every student has an ID badge.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten, like, last week was the first week they got the badges. And then they're they started putting scanners on the bus. So now the kids will get on the bus, they scan in on the bus. It's kind of cool. The parents can actually like check out where their kid is on an app.
It's Big
so it can
Brother.
tell them like, okay, they're 5 minutes away from the school. Oh, if they're coming home, they're 5 minutes
What?
from home. They're about to get off the bus. It's really cool. And they're going to do the same thing for breakfast count and for attendance. So instead of me taking attendance, the kids will come in and just beep. And then I'll be like,
Thank
done.
you. Thank
Like,
you. Everybody need to implement that.
that's something that's not going to waste my time anymore. So
Right.
I'm like
It costs money,
so
though.
pumped for that.
Yeah, I was-
Oh, I know.
Cost money
Well,
to
and
get
what
a
happens
dang
when a
I
child
know.
forgets their badge?
Well, on
Yeah, a lot
those
of
days,
times.
like, yeah, on those
Put a
days
chip
you would
under
have
their
to do it.
skin.
But they've been pretty good about it. I think I've only had like 2 kids forget their badge like one time, and like they wear them, and then yeah, I mean like they haven't lost them. The one bad thing is they put them on lanyards,
Yeah,
and they
oh.
want to like swing them around
Whirl.
or like play with them. Yeah,
Choke each other with them.
Yeah.
so, but I think that something I always waste time on is making a bajillion copies of papers. Like when I was at my old school, any assessment that I had to give in the classroom, I couldn't just send home the paper assessment that the kid had
Yeah.
filled out. I had to go and make
a
a
co-
physical
yeah, yeah, yeah.
copy of every single one and then send home the copy and keep the original for
It's 2022. Why are we still writing on paper? We're killing the environment.
Thank you. That's a whole nother
Save
segment.
the trees.
Maybe we're the virus, you know?
Lesson plans. I can't stand it. Why we got to turn in lesson plans? You know what we going to teach. We got a whole
Yep.
pacing calendar. Why I got to turn it in? And they want you to turn in lesson plan for the whole semester.
Yeah.
That is a waste of time. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I was the type of teacher. Sometimes I didn't know what I was going to teach until Monday
Yep.
anyway.
No, 100%.
It was a surprise to me and my kids what the lesson was going to be.
Well, and some of it's like and I will say some of it was I didn't want to do lesson plans. I was tired. But other
Yeah.
times it was like, I always talk about this story. It was October in Indiana. We were doing leaves and and this color and this color of autumn. And it snowed like over a foot. Why am I going to teach a lesson on leaves when all the kids are talking about is frozen, snowmen, and all this stuff? Was like,
Right.
So if I would have lesson planned and stuck to that lesson plan, that would have been hellacious to try to teach about autumn when
Yeah.
it snowed out. No, a full semester. Indiana wanted to do a full school year. I
my
can't be
my
doing
old
that.
school, I had to like doing lesson plans is one thing. Like I write lesson plans just for my own knowledge.
Right.
Like I have just my little planner book, but I write like bullet points. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this
Right.
and reading this. And
It's not the objective
I'm not
over
writing
there,
down
yeah.
like a page. But at my old school, I had to physically fill out like 20-page lesson plans
And print them out.
just for language arts and
Mm-hmm.
math. Like I had and they had to be turned in by Monday at
Yep.
8 a.m. and they had to have like all the objectives, the standards. I had to have like
I had the student
my
who was gonna- yep.
accommodations. Yeah, I had to have like verbiage of
Yep.
what I thought the kids were. I'm like, I am a full blown teacher. I'm not in college anymore.
Yeah, I don't
like I
need
did that in
homework.
college.
Copy and paste.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, that
Copy
was
and
my
paste.
friend.
But then they
Veterans.
didn't want us. They wanted us to co-plan, and then they didn't want us to have the same lesson plans.
That's stupid.
I was like, that's dumb.
Why?
Like, why are
That's
we making
stupid.
more work?
That's continuity.
Right. I'm
That's
like, why
stupid.
are we planning the same lessons together
Same-
and then not
teach
having
the
the same
same
lesson
stuff.
plans?
Right.
Same team.
Right.
We gotta have different. The only thing gonna be different about my lesson plan is the name.
Right.
I'm gonna copy and paste what you got, and we gonna all turn it in. That's
Right. It just
stupid.
didn't make any sense. And
No
they were
work
like,
for no,
well,
more
no
work
one's
for no reason.
Yeah, they were like, no one's class is the same. Like, I get that. Like, you're obviously gonna teach to your class,
Right.
But like, you're going for the same goal here. Like, why
we
are
have
we
the same state standards we have to do.
You
Like,
can't
Right.
predict what's gonna happen in class
No.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Right.
you might not even get to that stuff, man.
No.
Please.
I
Nigga.
had so the school I resigned from, we had to do lesson plans. We had to turn those in every Tuesday for the next week. Some of it I get, some of it I don't. It's fine, whatever. So after I left, a year after I left, I'm good friends with the people who teach there, and one of them was like, Miss Joanne, the director, had to be in my classroom because they couldn't find someone to replace the classroom because it was a hard class. And Miss Joanne was like, why does Tell have so many things about Latino and Hispanic people? And they were like, she used my lesson plans from the year before and didn't realize it was Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month. So she was so upset. Why did he do that? And I was like, so first off, my lesson plans weren't good enough for you then, but then you reused them and then was confused by them. I'm like, oh. So you wasted my time making
That's
me
what you
submit
did.
those. And you're like, they wouldn't let us reuse the ones from the year before, but you reused mine, baby.
Professional developments.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's a waste of everybody's life,
Yep.
not our time.
Yep.
You know what we got to do. And it's the same stuff they can just email us.
Right.
You can send it to me, baby.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
got to
fine.
sit in there for all this just to
Yeah.
say we
Right.
did it.
I used to have to
Negative.
go to one every single day. I don't know how your schools were, but like, I'm not kidding you. Every morning I had to be at school by 7:45. From 7:45 to
God.
8:30, we had meetings every day,
No.
but Friday.
Stupid.
Every
No.
day. I'm like, that's
No.
time I could be using to plan stuff
Yep.
that I'm actually going to use,
Right.
not sit through your pointless PD. Like,
That's what it is. All we do is throw them papers in the trash can,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
What was your
All it-
least favorite PD you ever had to sit through?
The funniest one was I you know what? Standards and all that dumb
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
all like that. But I used to love the PD when we had to practice restraints.
Wow.
Oh, it was so stupid.
Oh, 'cause you had to be licensed, yeah.
Yes, it was so stupid. It was awesome the way they felt like these counter moves can combat a kid who's coming at you. You know,
Right.
Put your hand up and put the thing down and elbow up. You don't have time for all
No.
that. I love to see them demonstrate it. It's so
Oh, no.
funny, man. They so serious about
and
it
you
too.
had professional developments on this. That is so wild
I
to
love
me.
it.
yeah, I didn't get that professional development until like my 3rd year in.
What is it? What's the
What they
isn't
call
it called
it?
something?
It's like
LS
CPI training.
CPI.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't know what that stands for because
I
I
was
don't.
gonna say,
I
what
don't,
does it mean?
I don't know. I don't use it because I don't want to. I don't want to put my hands on
It's
any kid.
CPI
Like,
stands for can't put into use. That's
Yeah.
what it stands
Can't
for.
put into
that's
It
clever.
is stupid. If you try, the kid will beat you up trying
Yeah,
to do
no.
that stuff.
See, I
man.
left that to the admin. If I had
Yeah,
a kid
right.
that needed restraining, I was like, I'd call the office and be like, "You need to
Right.
come help me because I'm not."
Yeah. This is school. Like I don't like I should not be having to
No.
restrain a child
Right.
at school.
I guess
Yeah,
they gotta say you
but
had
it
that training though.
happens. It happens.
Professional. What's your least favorite professional development?
Okay, so I had a really terrible principal my first school, and she would just waste everyone's time.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
most of
matter. She just, I think
most
she just like,
principals are.
yeah, she just liked to hear herself talk. But she every Monday would be like the principal's meeting, so you'd go in and do
Oh.
like literally a staff meeting every Monday.
Oh.
And it was always pointless because like you don't have weekly updates all the time on
Right.
things that are
You
changing
don't.
in the school or things you need to do or whatever. Like send it in an email and be done with it.
Right.
But every Monday she would have like, you know, like you had to have an agenda. So she would give us this little piece of paper, 3 bullet points on it, and then she would start off with like some kind of icebreaker thing. She's like,
No.
this is an SEL activity that you can use with your class.
No.
And she would give us like, you know, those giant like Lego Duplo blocks.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, okay, go around the room and find somebody else that has the same color block as you. I'm like,
You are wasting my
ma'am,
time.
I am 24.
I'm a
like,
grown person.
ma'am, I don't want to play with Lego Duplos. Like, just let me go and plan my lessons,
They
please.
think that stuff
On a
work.
Monday?
Stuff don't
On a
work,
Monday,
man.
I'm just matching Lego Duplo blocks with another, you
All
know,
that stuff they
teacher
be
down the
trying to
hall.
Implement that stuff don't work with some of these
No.
kids, man. It's hard to
No.
implement. I'm gonna do this when this
No.
boy over here peeing in the plants.
Right.
Okay,
I'm
he
not
peeing
doing
in the
that.
plants. He done turned my whole lesson on the rock cycle into the water cycle. Okay,
Right.
so I got a spiraling in water cycle now. I got to use him peeing in my plants to start a whole new lesson.
Right.
It's dumb, man.
No.
A lot of it is stupid. They need to let teachers
Do our
teach
jobs.
as we go because
I
we
wish
know
I was
the
wearing my
students.
Let Teachers Teach shirt. I didn't bring that one with me.
I don't know
That's,
what I'm
that's a
wearing.
good shirt. Let teachers teach. We micromanage, man.
Right.
And
Yes.
it's not fair.
That and I think that's my thing is the micromanaging. Like I think as teaching professionals, people in education, you should always be up to date on anything new, right? But what I liked is I will say at the private schools out they let us pick our own professional developments
That's
for the most part.
nice.
Now we still had to go to meetings and stuff, but for the most part they would be like find, you know, you had to do 5 hours worth for this month or whatever. So find these 5 things that you want to do. And it was an online one.
Yeah.
Now we still did have some in-person ones that we had to attend. The most insane one was at they would do like these like self-care ones, right, at Head Start because you have to have so many hours. And I think because Head Start is a health and human service program, they have to
Yeah.
offer staff health and human ones too. We had one guy come. It was an all-day professional development because we would do just one the first Friday of the month. So you're there in a hot auditorium for 8 hours. And it was a self-care one, and we had to be there at 6 a.m. And the first thing I swear he stands up and was talking about like get better sleep. And this is how you get better sleep. Like,
You
don't
just
drink
woke us up.
water before. Don't watch TV. And like, don't be stressed.
Okay.
Just don't be. If you can help it, don't be
easy.
stressed, please.
Yeah, yeah. Then one of them was like, learn how to hold your bladder or drink less water at school so that you don't have to go to the bathroom. I swear to God, they actually got in trouble for that one. So we had a MD, a doctor, come in talking about like
my
your water
face is
consumption.
like permanently
I
affixed
swear,
into like the what.
I promise you.
What?
I learn how to hold your pee.
Yeah, and it was
professionals
like,
at that anyway.
They did get. I remember that was before I had gotten there.
So I'm gonna end up with like some kind of bladder or kidney
Oh my God.
disease
And
because I
get kidney
can't go to the
stones.
bathroom ever.
Yeah, it was why I was like, that's not self-care. That's terrible. Like
Sometimes I don't let my kids go to the restroom because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
we have
you
to
can't
suffer
go
together.
because I can't go pee. Let's do it together.
We used to have to do data meetings at my school. We did like we would have to collect just like I don't know, a piece of data on something. They would say like, "Oh, bring your Unit 3 math post-assessment scores or whatever." So we would bring it, and it would be a meeting with me, the principal, and then like someone from the county because we had those people in the building all the time. And we'd have to sit down and they go, "Okay, tell us about your data."
Why?
And
You seen my damn data.
I was
they
gonna say,
literally
why?
pulled me out of my class. Like not during like, a time when I didn't have kids. Pulled me out of my class for 30 minutes to have a data meeting. And like said, "Tell us about your data." I'm like, "Well, it's
Right here.
Here's the data.
I could
here.
have sent this. I could have sent this in an
I
email.
could have just given this to you as an email and not had to
could've
sit and
emailed you
explain
back.
it to you." And then they would sit there and go, "Okay, so what are you gonna do?" I'm like,
Nothing.
"Go teach my kids once you let me go back and teach."
Hopefully
Like,
get more support from you.
yeah,
That's
get
what I
no,
wanna
get no
do.
help. That's what I'm gonna do.
Shocked. Did you have to do those?
We had to do. Did you have the data meetings? The whole everybody.
Yeah.
They do the data from the school. I had one where they did the data. We had a data meeting for everybody on campus, and they showed like the data, the bad data, and it just happened to be in my damn class.
Oh God!
Right? It showed my class data.
Your name's at
in
the
front
top.
of everybody. I'm like, really? That's what we doing? That's what we're doing. Everybody.
Yeah.
So that's Mr. Brown data. That's his kids. Well, this is what y'all gave me.
Yep.
This boy came in my classroom and licked the doorknob. Okay. This is what y'all gave me.
That was
He
an Ariana
cannot-
Grande.
What?
Ariana Grande. Didn't she look a donut?
I said
making
a
A
a
doorknob.
doorknob.
Maybe I'm hungry. I was like, a donut?
I was confused, but I was confused by what you said. I was like, Ariana Grande. I'm like, what?
Did she look doorknobs
She-
too?
I said she
Did you
looked
have
doorknobs.
Ariana Grande as a student?
I had an Ariana. And I just called her Grande too. That was my name. You ever give your kids nicknames though? I know it's all
Do I give them nicknames?
Yeah, like nicknames because you don't remember.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
Yeah.
My kids, okay, so last week we read, we were doing main idea and details, and we read some nonfiction books, and one book was Cute Jungle Animals, and the one is called a quokka. And it looks like a little capybara, and it has
Okay.
like it's known as the happiest animal on the planet or whatever. It's like it smiles and it's like really cute. And my one student was like, "Mrs. Woolley, that's me." Like, and I'm like, "It does kind of look like you." And then all the kids were like, "Mrs. Woolley, what's my spirit animal?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I have to think about that." And everyone was like, "Okay, now you have to write down our spirit animals, like all of us." I'm like, "Okay, let me go and spend my time writing down 17 spirit animals for 10-year-olds." Like,
Spirit animal.
but it's like, you know what? Whatever. That's not a waste of my time because that's something that, the kids are going to enjoy.
Right.
That's something that's going to make them, like me more. So I'm going to do that. But there are plenty of other things.
They're gonna like me more if I do this.
They're going to like me more if I give them a spirit animal. So that's what I'm going to do.
I think the teachers waste teachers' times too. Like we already in the meeting. Like I can't stand
I know.
teachers.
I know.
Yeah,
what you're about to
you know the
say.
ones who want to be seen and want to be heard all the time.
Well, I actually have never done that. I hate you. Put your hand down.
No,
Oh
when
my
the meeting
gosh.
is 2 seconds from being over,
And they say it.
they
What
raise
do?
their hand and you're like, "I have a question." And we're
Something
all
that
like,
they
"Shut up.
Please.
Shut up."
Yes.
They
You
say we
couldn't
can lead the
wait.
meeting
Yeah.
early. It's time to lead the meeting. Them the ones that ain't got no home life though.
You couldn't wait until we all left the room so you could walk up and
but
ask
it's
your
never
question.
a question. It's like a humble brag question. I always turn my stuff in on time at 8. Was it supposed to be later? I
Yeah.
saw people turn in at 8:30. If you don't shut up,
They trying to be buddy
Oh,
with
yeah.
admin.
Yeah.
For anybody out there who do that, can I tell you something? The principal don't even like you.
no.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm cool with my
They don't
admin.
even like when you do that.
I'm cool with my admin.
Yeah.
My admin's cool. But we definitely, I've definitely had a lot of those raising their hand at the last
They just want to be
second.
seen, want to be
Yeah.
heard. So they up on what we're supposed to be doing. Well, I have this. Who care, baby girl? I
That's
don't
the
care, I
same
don't care about
person
you.
that reminded the teacher of the homework.
That's the
Yes.
same person.
That was about turning
Yes.
Did we not turn in the 45 questions we were supposed to do? And you're like,
Equivalent.
we had 1 minute.
That's the same
This is the
person.
same student. You grew up to be a teacher.
That's the same person who on a Saturday night plays Sudoku.
Just quietly in there.
17 cats at home, stray cat. just pick up stray cats. No home life.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, no home.
No home life. Them the ones want to make the meeting longer because they want to ruin your life.
They need a
it's time
social
for that
event.
teacher to go.
Please don't make me go back
It's time
home.
for you to go. Find something else to do, man.
Yeah.
It's other stuff.
We need to have some teacher social events where they can talk all they want.
Yeah.
And not in the meetings that we want to just
for
get out of.
It's like, I call it the clucking hen syndrome. Like one person's, or like things that you just can't change. Like there are things that we hate, right? There's time waste. We have to take attendance. So why are we going to sit here and argue in this meeting about how you don't want to take attendance and make it a 45-minute conversation? Baby, I want to go home. We always did them after school and after aftercare. So I got out at 3:30, but aftercare ended at 6.
Yeah.
So I would go home and have to come back to the school at 6.
I actually love doing that sometimes. I'm talking about the meeting that you have, like school is over with, but you stay too far to go home and come back.
Yeah.
That's when I just hit a bar, baby. Just take that badge off, hit a bar real quick, come back, and they wonder why I'm enthusiastic now.
I love
Mr.
this.
Brown, you happy to be here? I'm like, yeah, baby. Let's go ahead and knock it out. I am.
Something
Jesus is real.
I
couldn't say
Every
it.
time you
It's a
say
family
that.
show. It's a family show.
Something I always have to waste my time on is when I'll be in the middle of class and then I'll have like that one student that can't wait 2 seconds to ask their question and they're just going to interrupt me giving directions to go, are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? I'm like, will you just wait 5 seconds?
Right.
And then I don't have
it.
to waste the other 5 seconds I'm spending right now telling you to wait. And then I'll give you the directions and tell you what you're gonna do.
It's like the eager learner.
Yes,
Eager learner.
and it's like I'm glad you want to know what you're doing, but be patient, and I'm gonna tell you, and we don't have to waste another 3 minutes of my class with me stopping you from asking questions.
Do y'all have the? I don't know why this ain't never happened. Maybe they just left me alone. But after you get observed, right, or you get your eval or whatever, you have that one-on-one conference with the whole person, whoever did it, and they tell you why you got this and didn't have this, and you didn't. It can be stuff up in your classroom that they missed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they say you did. Y'all ever had to deal with that?
So because we're a federal program, we would have feds come in. So these weren't state; these were like federal.
Oh wow!
And so they would come in, and you had to have things like, did make sure that like you had like all like cultures represented. Was there books on anyone that could have a disability? Were there same sex books on parenting? Like all that like. Anything that a child could experience within your classroom and their families, you had to make sure was represented in the classroom. And so they'd only do this like once every few years when it was a grant year and you're reapplying. But you had to have a meeting with them. And I remember sitting there and they're like, you have a lot of dress clothes. I'm like, great. And they're like, when you organize them, you put them in like order of like this and this. And the kids like had to choose. And I'm like, why is this a thing? Like I was pulled out for 2 hours and they explained like the entire process of my classroom. We also had L codes, which is like what kind of books you have out. And I was like, you did the observation, which was a waste because there's a lot of things that you have to like. You can't go to music. You can't go to recess. There's things you can't leave the classroom for. So like that was a waste because my lesson plan said we went outside. And then you're gonna observe. I then have to do a 2-hour post meet. I'm tired.
See, the pre was the boring part for me. Like that's the biggest time waste.
So
like
they
when you're
pre-meet with you before they observe you. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. So like
Oh.
so before you get evaluated, you have to fill out like 15 questions with like paragraphs of information.
No, I'm
yeah,
not
this
hired.
is OTES, like Ohio Teacher Evaluation System. So for OTES,
Boy,
like
you be
we
throwing
have
them
to.
little. You be.
I know, she's good at
Listen,
them.
I'm still in the game.
Tell me about it.
I gotta know them all. So I literally have to fill out like 15 questions with all this information about my classroom and the lesson I'm going to teach and how the standard connects to the lesson and what I know about my students and any background information that the administrator should know about all this stuff. And then I'll send that in, and they don't even read it. And then they'll come to the lesson and be like, okay, what am I going to watch today? I'm like, didn't you read the 15 questions I spent 3 hours answering? No. So
That's
a waste.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
A time waste.
I can't
I
stand
said the
that.
biggest one I remember, man, the biggest one I couldn't stand when they started doing like the individual learning targets for each student. Where
Okay,
you
yeah.
had, I don't know what y'all
We had
call
to-
it
we-
now.
I don't-
Each individual, like you had to see where they were as far as scores and data.
We had a
and then
core
see where they
observation
wanted
records.
to be, like
Yeah.
where you was going to have them by this time, which was you can't. You can't. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
By the time
Yeah.
the spring starts, all
Oh
of a sudden
no,
you got to
and you
spiral
should
in
know.
different
Like,
level
yeah,
learners.
right. And they would make you do that on.
Each student.
Oh, ours was like. I guess ours was like a report after the fact. It wasn't like where we want them to be. It was like where they are.
Yeah, where
You
they
do
are,
that.
and then make a prediction of where compared to what they're
I'm not
going to
gonna
do.
predict that.
for
I don't want to
each
limit
Yeah.
a child. Maybe they're gonna really impress me.
That's
no.
a lot. And you taught middle school.
Yeah, it was
So
super
you had
stupid.
like probably like what, hundreds of kids?
Yes.
Yeah,
All the
no.
time.
No, thank
That
you.
can-
Sometimes in one class.
No. No.
Not me.
Nope.
We-
The highest class
2-5,
I ever had
2
was 24.
2-5, 2-5, a
Correct.
2-5,
Yeah.
a 2-5.
That is
We're
2-5.
going to play a game. We're going to do Never Have I Ever. And you can answer the Never Have I Ever. And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to answer that, then we're going to eat a really hot chicken wing
I
that
ain't scared.
I'm usually
I
not
don't
scared, but I
like-
don't like hot.
This is a family
See,
show.
I don't
Y'all
like
can't ask me
super
nothing
hot,
crazy.
but I also don't like traditional chicken wings. Like, I don't like,
The bone?
yeah.
Oh, wait. I
I'll
don't like
eat
the bone
boneless
eggs. I'm
wings.
worried I'm going to break my tooth.
All right. So never have I ever drunk dialed my ex.
Say
oh,
that
I
again?
definitely did.
Drunk dialed my ex.
When I was in college, yes.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Okay,
You
wait,
better
so
eat that
wait.
wing.
Drunk. Oh, wait. Dang it.
So never have I ever is when, like, if you have done that, you have to bite the wing.
That is
That-
correct.
if
if
I
you
have did it.
haven't done it, you don't bite the wing.
I say if I have did it.
yeah, you don't have to. You
If you
answer
have
every
did it,
question.
so
you
English
have to
teachers
have
don't
So
say
if
the
the
you've
wing.
done that, if you have drunk dialed an X, you bite that chicken wing.
I beat it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's a
I'm
quality
sure those
chicken
are
wing
delicious.
right
Those
there.
are freshly microwaved.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see. Never have I
face says it
ever been on a yacht. That's an
I've
interesting.
not. I'm not fancy.
I'm not that
Been on a
bougie.
yacht?
No.
No.
I don't know
never.
any yacht friends.
You're
Never.
welcome. I've saved you from biting.
Thank
I'm
you.
from the Midwest.
A
No one
fishing
in there
boat.
has
Yeah.
yachts.
Fishing boat,
Lake Michigan.
but not a yacht.
This is an interesting one.
Okay.
Never have I ever clogged someone else's toilet in their home.
I'm embarrassed to admit this.
Toilet tissue and boo boo.
I have, and I lied about it.
Me too.
Oh.
I'm like, I think your kid accidentally pooped in there. Like, I don't have a kid.
Oh, that's bad.
Never have I ever lied about being sick to get out of doing something.
Who hasn't? I mean,
We're teachers.
Okay, this is a good one. Never have I ever laughed so hard I peed myself as an adult.
not as an adult.
Does a drip count? A drip of pee?
Any sort of
This is getting spicier as you go.
any sort of excretion.
Not as an adult. No, but as a child, yes.
Ooh, it's 6 seconds. We're
Let's
good.
see here. We're making good time.
These are not as hot as I thought
They're
they
not,
would
but
be.
this got.
They taste interesting.
Okay.
They may not be hot,
They're
but
not
they
hot.
are not good either.
They're not like. It's like not the initial bite. It's like afterwards. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
It's like,
just like
Lorraine.
sitting there.
Am I gonna wrench?
okay.
I'm a wrench
Ooh,
man.
here, while we're on the subject of relieving ourselves,
Okay.
Never have I ever gone in a public pool.
Like, are you talking about like
Like
peeing?
childhood, all
Like
the
I
way
was a
up to
kid,
adult.
I was gonna say we're talking like
Period
Okay.
in
I
life.
said any time in
All right.
life.
I mean,
100%. Shanklin pool when I was like 5. I'm sorry, Shanklin.
who hasn't peed in a pool?
Yeah.
Sean.
Never have I ever thrown a drink at someone.
No.
I have not. I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I never did that.
I feel like that's
I
a
never
real
been that mad.
that's a real housewife move. I'd
Tell
love
we can
to.
do that someday. I'll let you throw a
I
drink at me for
haven't. I
funsies.
want to. That's my dream in life.
Okay.
I have a new dream.
Nah, that's a new
Okay,
disrespect.
here we go. Never have I ever stood up a date.
No.
I'm gonna have someone be like, "Yes, you." I don't think I have.
Wait,
Oh.
Tells X is watching the show right now. Like, yes, you
I
did.
don't think I ever
Never.
stood one up.
Back in 2015.
that's so long.
All right, so same sort of vein here. Never have I ever ghosted someone.
Ghost.
Like, in what way?
I
Like
did.
In
they
person
text
or on
you,
a
didn't
Oh,
text
yeah,
them back.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you're just
Mm-hmm.
they're done.
But sometimes it's for good reason. Like if you're a butthead or like,
A
Sending me,
butthead. That's a
sending
good way
me
to
creepy
say it.
emails.
okay, that's
Oh.
true.
Listen.
Never have I ever been the alibi for a lying friend.
And then she still think I'm horrible.
No, because I was the goody
And it
two
wasn't
shoes
even
friend.
it wasn't even my real
I
friend.
don't know who you are, but she
No
still
one
thinks
wanted to use me as their
he's horrible.
excuse.
Derek, she'll tell the truth.
She won't lie for us.
All right, this is a good one. This is like kind of around the Halloweenish and into the
I love that.
into the fall
Into fall.
area. So let's go back a little ways. Never have I ever believed something was haunted. So if you have believed something was haunted,
Oh, 100%.
you have to eat that wing.
I believe in
that
that.
dark room at the end of your house.
Yep. I'm Puerto
Look at
Rican.
man in there.
Okay, here we go. I think all three of you have done this, but we are in Orlando currently.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been to a Disney park.
I have, unfortunately.
Seriously, I go all the time.
I don't like Disney.
Nope. It was poor.
I can't even bite these.
We were poor.
We saw it. Been on a cruise,
that
but not the
counts.
park. Oh man.
I think that counts.
You need a napkin.
It's like a
Got a
Disney
little
thing.
wing on your. There you go. You got
keep
it. You
there.
got it.
Keep it there.
It's
Keep a
like
snack
that.
for later.
It's all part of the
I'm
nostalgia
right there.
of this. Let's do maybe like two more.
Okay.
Where's it?
I have 2 more bites in here.
Okay, this is an interesting
You got
one.
it.
This will
It's
be
gone.
very telling of all of you and your heroism. Never have I ever attempted to or saved a life.
I have.
Oh, I have.
Do tell.
I had a child who jumped into the sensory table and choked on a cotton ball, and I had to give him a Heimlich.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I cried hysterically when that cotton ball came out.
Yeah, I bet.
I was like, I can't be saving lives. I can't be on it. I can't let there be a Lifetime movie of me.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, little
Yeah.
Brenda thanks you. I don't know of any little
No, it was
like
Barbara.
kids named Barbara or
Barbara.
Brenda.
It's always
or,
Barbara, Caroline, Bobby. Ooh, my lips.
It's like
let's
Titus
see.
Andromedon. He named his baby
Well,
Linda.
next
Sure
time I'm
did.
gonna bite the bone. Next time my wing gone. I think y'all
I
read
can't-
my history.
Give us a
can't
good
bite
last
into it.
one. And on a,
yeah, I'm scrolling through these.
and on a spike.
Okay.
God, my lips.
You are all on social media. You've
Yeah.
all been viral at one point
Yeah.
or another. Never, and you've all experienced this.
Oh God.
Never have I ever trolled someone on social media.
I mean,
yeah, I have 100%.
I was gonna say. I mean,
I'm too player for that, baby.
I
Nah, I really never did that. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I don't think I
have.
have either.
man, relax.
I do so like that one like
I'm trying to think back. I'm like, have
Now,
I
hold
ever?
on, now, break
that one
down
homophobe,
trolls.
that
Like,
one
I don't-
racist, 100%.
So
Yeah, not crazy. I ain't did no crazy
I mean,
stuff.
not nice people. Like a homophobe, a racist. I'm gonna go to your thing. I'm gonna like let you know that your heroin
See,
looks dumb.
Okay.
if I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not gonna say anything at all. Like
I responded to trolls, but I ain't never trolled
No,
nobody.
I
did you
would
troll
rather-
back?
Yeah, I
So
would
if someone
never-
trolled you,
No, I never
were you
did.
like, hey, I just looked at your profile.
When they go low,
and
we go
we
you
go
high.
got
high.
that weird
right.
peach fuzz mustache and no friends.
I'm too petty.
Wait.
Devin, are you thinking about someone in particular?
No, I
That
haven't.
sounded very specific.
You know what?
Eat the thing you just
I'm
trolled
lame
me.
for that. I'm lame for that. I need to start trolling some people who troll me. I need to, yeah.
Yeah,
But
trolling back counts.
Usually my supporters usually get them.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
usually yeah.
Oh
that-
my
I think my
gosh.
thing is
Yeah,
like
get
if I'm the one who's like going through, and I see like I think okay, I know I trolled hard once. I like duetted someone who was like, "Where's the manly man? Why are they all wearing skirts?" I'm like, girlfriend. So I know I duetted that. I feel like that's kind of trolling.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Counts.
troll in a way that's like to someone who like was just like a bystander. Like if you're being a
Right.
crappy person, I'm gonna troll you.
Yeah, I think there's like a, while we're on being a hero, there's like a heroic version of trolling, and then there's like the villainous
Right.
version of trolling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm the hero.
Yeah,
And on that note,
always.
and I want to stay the hero, we're gonna sign off on that. Go have hot wings. Go play Never Have Ever with your best school bestie, and don't waste my time and don't waste your time, babes.
But
Yeah.
you can spend your time listening to all of our other episodes. If you haven't seen them on YouTube, go watch them on YouTube. And make
that.
sure you follow Eddie B on all platforms. And thanks
Do
for
that.
watching.
Bye.
Bye.